Hey, Jack Fox sent me this combination lock that he couldn't get into, and I was wondering if I could get into it. And this lock is simply called SimplyLock. It's a pretty nice lock. You dial in your combination, press the button, and it pops open. To change it, you unscrew this, flip the code while the shackle is open, dial in your new combination, and then set it. Close the shackle. Jack Fox also sent me some stickers and some cards, and he's a very generous person. I tried all the standard techniques to get in one of these because I've got lots of experience. Another thing I was going to say about this lock, if you try and press this button and try and get feedback on the wheels, they just keep spinning, and in fact you can dial in the correct combination while holding it down and it still won't open. You can go right past it, it still won't open. If you dial it in while pressing it down, it will not open unless you let go and then press it again, and then it will pop open. So there's no feedback from the button to the wheels, there's no direct connection. And so what this means is, if I was going to try every single combination, 0000, 0001, 002, things like that, I would need to dial it in and then press it and then do the next one, press, the next one, press, next one, press. I couldn't just keep it down and go da 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 da. So 10,000 combinations would take a long time, and because I'd need to turn it and then press between each one, it would take even longer. I tried shimming it with a padlock shim, doesn't work. I tried to stick this in to see what I could feel, to see if I could lift any levers or feel anything. Nothing seemed to work. Very tight tolerances. It's very difficult to get this decoder through these gaps. I even used something with a little notch to try and stick it in to try and feel any bars I could tension and then decode the wheels. That didn't work either. Nothing seemed to work, nothing at all. But then I thought I'd investigate these wheels and the inner wheels further. You can see that with this decoder, if I measure its thickness, okay, that's quite thin, about 9/1000ths of an inch, and this one is even thinner, 6/1000ths of an inch. And what I did is I cut a small bit of aluminium out of a pop can or soda can, whatever you want to call it, and it's even thinner. And I used this one and just cut a little triangle out of it, and I curved it to one end. And it's so easy. It's so easy to do because this is so thin. You know, you just get your soda can and just cut it out with a pair of scissors. And yeah, as I say, I curved it at the pointy end, and you might be able to see that I also put some extra marks. It had some design on it, but if you might be able to see that I drew on some extra marks just so I could have some finer detail. And the opposite end of the change button, so not this side of the wheels, but this side of the wheels, I went in here, 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 and here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick this down, and I can see, oh yeah, it goes down this much on 0. Whoops, if I put it down straight, Let's do that again. It doesn't go very far down by the looks. Let's go to 1. By the way, my wife set this combination to a random combination using a random number generator, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what the code is, so hopefully this method works. But if not, she wrote down the combination so that I wouldn't be locked out. See how that goes down further? Goes down quite a bit further. I think that's curved maybe a little bit too much, but it goes down a lot further on 1. Try 2. Doesn't go down as far on 2. Not on 3. Not on 4. Try 5. Not really. 6. Okay, it starts to go down further on 6. Try 7. Not really. Not really. Not really. And back down around to 0. So it seemed to go in furthest on what 1. 1 it goes in quite a bit, and 6 it goes in, or it did before. Yeah, it starts to go down quite a bit. Just make sure that's not too curved. Okay, it goes down further than some of the others. But 1 definitely seems to go down a lot. One seems to go down the most. I'm just going to check either side of 1 just to make sure. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, 1 goes down a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write down 1. Get my piece of paper. So something, 1. I'm going to go to the next wheel. Make sure it's not getting too curved, just a little bit curved. Okay, that goes in this much, which is, yep, fair distance on 0. Fair distance. And just make sure that's in the number. Doesn't really go in, so that's 0, 1, 0 and 1 went further. Nope. Okay, that's going in. Is it though? if I sort of wiggle it, it drops down on 4. I wiggle it, it drops down on 5. Drops down on 6. So that's 4, 5, and 6. Not as much. 2, not so much. But see how 4, 5, and 6 were 3 in a row, and I could write down 5 because it's in the middle. And remember, with 1, 5 away is 6, and 6 also dropped down a lot. And 5 away from 5 is 0, and 0 drops down a lot too. And so this is what I found. Either side of the wheels, of the 10 number wheels, it drops down quite a lot. So just confirm that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so it drops down that much. Well, that drops down a lot on 1. And drops down even further on 2. Crazy amount on 2. And okay, not really 3. So I'm remembering 1 and 2. 1 is more than 0, and 2 just keeps going. If it bends too much, then it keeps going. That's why I'm always straightening it with my nail. But that drops down. It just wants to keep going. That's on 2. So the yeah, so maybe that's like 1, 2, 3. So 2's in the middle. Opposite of 2 would be 7. So theoretically 7 should drop down as well. And it drops down a fair amount. But it was nothing like 2. I'm just going to pick on the random one. Here, it doesn't drop down as much. So I'm going to write down 2. I'm going to leave that as 2. And I'm taking my time with this part because it's important to get it right. No, definitely not 4 and 5. Okay, so 6 starts to drop down further. 7. That's further as well. So it was 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8. And no, so with 6, 7, and 8, I always take the middle one. So that would be 7. Just checking the others, but 5 away from 7 will be 2. So 1 starts to drop down a little bit. 2 goes heaps. Oh, okay, so I'm going to write down 2 as well. Make that look more like a 2. Okay, so here I've got something that seems to drop down a lot. For 2, and this one as well, and this one as well. But not this one, possibly. So instead of my my 225, I'm going to make that 220. Now it's just this last number I'm not sure on. Five goes down quite a lot, and it keeps going. Keeps going. So I'm going to write 5 here. I don't know if I've got these right. It's a little bit tricky. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 onto each number. So that'll be 4, 4, 2, 7. Okay. And if this doesn't work, then I'm going to try 5s away from these numbers as well. Like instead of 7, this could be 2, for example, or instead of 2, this could be 7, or instead of 4, this could be 9. So I'm just going to try different combinations, but I'll try this first. So I have I wrote down 2205, and that will not open. But if I add 2 to it, so I get 4427, and nope, that doesn't open. So what I'm going to do is try 442 and then 5 away, which is 2. Doesn't open. Put that back to 7 and go to 7 here. Doesn't open. So I'm going to try, instead of 27, I'm going to try 72. And no, so I'm going to put those back to 27 and change this one to 9. And then try this to 2. Try this one to 7, because I'm trying all the different combinations. And finally, okay, so I've tried all those combinations and it didn't work. So I'm going to, it means I've got at least one number wrong. I'm going to put this back to the original 2205. It's important to get the first step right, otherwise, I'm going to run into trouble. Now, I'm going to make sure this is straight. Some wheels are obvious that it's 5s away, and some aren't. So I'm just going to double check everything. So this goes down this much for 5. I'm going to start at 0 again, just to check all the numbers, right? So 0, yeah, doesn't go down that much far actually. This last wheel, which I was having most trouble with, is 1 that goes down further. Goes down a lot further. Choose that far. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 starts to go down, especially if I move it this way, but maybe it's really pointing to the 6. Yeah, 6 goes down further. So 1 and 6 are 5 away from each other. And yeah, 7 goes down quite a bit. Eight doesn't, so maybe it's like the yeah, 5 only goes down if I push it to the left, so maybe it's like more like 5, 6, 7. So 6 is the middle one, so I'm liking 6. And then if I where was up to? I tested 8, 9, okay, yeah, 0 only does it if I sort of push to the left, so it's really indicating that 1 is the 1 and 6. Okay, yeah, I'm much more confident that it goes 0, 1, 2, it drops further, and the 5, 6, 7. So the middle ones are 1 and 6. So I'm going to change this to a 6. 2 on would be 8. And I don't have to write 1 because I know I'm going to try all the 5 aways. So so that's not a problem. So I think that last wheel was the one that was giving me grief. I think I was more sure on the other 3. I haven't checked the other 3 yet, and I should, but before I do that, I'm going to see if I can, if it was just the last one that was giving me trouble. So I'm going to dial in the +2s, which is 4, 4, 2, 8. Okay, and I'm going to test all the 5 away. So that doesn't work. So 5 away from 8 is 3. No. 7. No. 7, 3. No. And let's put that back to 8 and that back to 2, and change this one to 9, which is 5 away from 4. No. And change this one to 3, which is 5 away from 8. No. back to 8 and change this to 2 to 7. No. And 7, 3. No. Back to 6. Not 6. It was 8, 2. Put them back to 8, 2. Just check that I did those ones properly, because I'm trying, instead of 4, I'm trying 9 to 8, because I'm up to just changing that third one. So I'm just going to check this one again, because okay, wasn't confident I was on the right numbers, so it doesn't hurt to check. No. Okay, so go back to so I've tried all these ones. Go back to how it was, and now I increase this one up by 5, which is 9. No, and so I'm going to increase, going to start going through the combinations. 3, 7, 3. To put this one to 9 now, so it'll be 9928, 9923. The last one that I tried, 9978.